Anyways, I'm just going to play with some cards, see what happens. But I just did a little channeled message, and this is what came through. For one and all, we'll say this today: marry me, do marry this into you, as Mary would be wary of a ram's war way. We raise of the Brahma ways, praise it to light it, so stroke it to stoke it, blow it, you know it, it glows it, that flows it, go shower in it, show her the power in its pleasure to please me, in its release with a leisure, tease me with it, and I ensure you of the rise in heat. You see my dew moves as those waters do, as your blood does flood that fire in you, as I hold on to that fine notion with emotion to honor our emotions, this potion, a concoction of cauldrons, a creation of lotion of love's heat, like a lot it we do at that by way of a higher play. We shall seize this day, that sneeze we shall say, done in the right way, blesses us in its sway. Oh, it does indeed light our rays. So I completely agree. Love done in the right way, and physical, emotional, blend those two together, done in the right way. It's a concoction that heals everything. Sexual healing. So yeah, I guess today's message is the importance and the blessings of sensual sexual healing, obviously done in the right way. Yeah, so that was that. I also was kind of drawn to toss some coins, my I Ching deck. So it comes with like 3 little coins, and you toss the 3 coins and 6 times, and the combination of those 6 tosses and the 3 coins, heads, tails, it gives you like a little code number, the pattern of those 6 tosses, 6 times 3 type thing. And the one that I got ended up being hexagram 51, which is shock, rolling thunder, shock, a noble one in fear and dread, sets things in order and is watchful. When the outer world is shaken up, the noble one is also inwardly shaken. He is wide awake now, quivering with awareness of the changes underway, and ready to take on responsibility for restoring life to harmony. Yeah, so that's, I guess, many of us are awakening and making changes. I see that as the masculine, and rolling thunder and shock, that's very Thor-like. The hammer in hand. So the other number that came through, like when I added up the coins tossing points, was 44. And 44 is coupling. Below heaven is the wind, coupling. The prince sends out mandates and commands to the 4 corners of the earth. The wind travels everywhere under heaven and penetrates every corner of the world. The prince receives the mandate from heaven. It reaches to his core and travels through him. Such power cannot be controlled or contained, but can be broadcast to change your whole environment. And that's very much like the messages I've kind of been getting with the awakening of the masculine, the divine masculine, and embracing, answering the call type thing, and embracing your true purpose. Pretty much just becoming authentic self-sovereign, and the changes that happens in your world because of that. Because when you do that, you become authentic and self-sovereign. You can't not desire and take action on following your path. It's just something that just happens. It kind of all happens at once, like in my experience anyway. So, take the la-di-da out of it. Basically, it's becoming, empowered, courageous, self-sovereign. Alright, so I'm going to say the guys in my head are saying, maybe it's my masculine saying, to have the balls to actually do what you've always wanted to do, to grow some balls. No offense to those. This is the masculine message that is coming in my head. No holds barred. It is what it is. It's growing a pair of balls, your balls, and doing what you want with those balls. They're your balls. The ball's in your court. You've got 2 of them, so do what you will with them. So that's kind of the message coming through, and clearly the delicious play that can be had once those balls become big and playful. It's a merry time of year. Pleasure, power, glowing, praising, so much fun to be had, you know what I mean? Alright, so we're not getting any more. Alright, we'll take those 3. It's not always pretty. It can literally just you can't control how it happens. Sometimes it's a mess, but it's beautiful in its messiness. None of us are perfect, but we do what we do and it happens how it happens, and it's normally pretty freaking good if we're not worrying about what it looks like. So 21, we've got biting through. Freaking biting was coming through today, which is really interesting. Literally kind of getting the whole vampiric, leaving teeth marks, taking a bite out of, I had several different visions of biting onto something today. But anyway, so that's really interesting. Biting through is coming through, breaking through, biting through. Claws, teeth and nails, any way you do it, we're getting through. And also the whole Dracula thing. So you take away the negative demon aspect of Dracula and just look at the kind of passionate, being him, not giving a shit about what anyone else kind of thought. I don't know, but Dracula has kind of been in the background a fair bit about like just the pure amount of passion, the need, I guess it's the need to feed. The need to feed. I've also been getting, like after my last video, I've also been getting a lot of images come through of just like how malnourished the feminine and the masculine are for each other, like literally starved, skin and bone, like we've literally broken through by the skin of our teeth, like crawling hands and knees, like starved, skin and bone. That's how much, like that's where we're both kind of at energetically to get to this point of feeding on each other, eating our cakes, you know. So anyway, biting through, creating success, fruitful, to use legal proceedings. It's time to bite through to the truth of the situation and deal with any obstacles fiercely. It will help to use the determination of an investigator or a judge, intent, a private eye, like the investigator has also been coming through. Private eye. That might be the third eye, private eye. Now that I think about it. Our own investigator. Or a judge, in our higher self, intent on restoring the world to good order, who will let nothing stand between them and the truth. What must you do to get to the truth? You literally have to break through, and that is third eye and higher self, to the truth of you. How can you become more effective? And we've got opening, 58, creating success, constancy bears fruit. Opening brings people together and begins a lively creative process of sharing and exchange. It liberates human energies, motivates people to overcome hardship, and encourages perseverance. It means joyful and outgoing expression that opens up communication. How can you fully enjoy the moment? What are you bringing to expression? What if you communicated and exchanged more freely? Opening, yeah, so it's becoming more you. It's letting go of the shackles of society's programming and all that bullshit. It's the self-sovereignty, and that, you know, self-sovereignty is fully accepting your pure truth and embracing it. And yeah, opening to that is all part of it. And we've got 55, abundance, creating success. The king is present to it. Do not mourn, a fitting sacrifice at noon. 55. A wealth of resources, but also a wealth of choices, tasks and demands. This is the crucial moment where it all comes together. In a time of abundance, there is no place for sorrow or anxiety. It is not the time to hide yourself away. Decide what you will do and make the practical preparations to go forwards. What are you called on to do? What decisions must you take now? It's getting, you know, it is like kind of a scary time to, at that breakthrough point, to make those decisions, the big decisions, but also extremely fucking exciting. And we've got 16, sweet 16, enthusiasm, fruitful to set up feudal lords and mobilize the armies. The energetic charge of enthusiasm can be used to set great things in motion. Use it wisely to expand and enrich your experience by extending your network of support. Marshal your resources ready for future challenges and to channel enthusiasm's strong active power. What do you imagine? What inspires you? How can you use your enthusiasm constructively? It's really very positive masculine energy coming through. Making decisions, taking actions. It's like the doing, deciding and doing. These are the two slipped off the top. We've got another army one. Number 7, the army. 7 Nation. Is it 7 Nation army? Yeah. 7. With constancy, mature people, good fortune, no mistake. Just because something isn't the goal doesn't make it the enemy. Balance the focused and intense drive to get it done with a measured, disciplined approach. This will allow you to achieve your objective effectively and with less collateral damage. Good fortune without mistake. What are you aiming for? How can you get more from your strengths? With all your efforts, are you creating the life you want? Again, extremely, very healthy masculine. Like a balanced approach to action. I find it kind of funny because the whole army, feudal lords mobilize the armies. The king is present to it. Even legal proceedings here. I watched the movie The King last night, like King Henry, and it really kind of, hit me about that movie is very much like the masculine holding true to his, doing the best that he can in the situation, surrounded by fuckwits, pretty much, like, the users and the manipulators and blah blah blah. As the king is like, he was a decent, like in the movie, he was a really decent guy with high moral standards, wanting to do the right thing and know the truth of what was going on, and yet was just getting told lies and blah blah blah. Anyway, and it's very, I'm relating the divine masculine's journey with that movie of fighting through all that bullshit of those around them or society or blah blah blah, to hold true under those conditions, to hold true to what you believe is right, and to seek out wisdom from people around you that you trust, and doing it in the best way, and sticking to your guns. And it's really not easy, but when it comes down to it, all he was asking for was the truth of the situation, so he could make a true decision for himself. And I think that is that's the really important thing, I think, like being an authentic self-sovereign person, to interact with others and society and everything. You need the same in order for you to actually do what you want to do, like to participate And I think that's what we're all like working towards, is more and more self-sovereign, authentic truth sayers, with high moral, good people, just good people, wanting to help those around them, like to make a difference, or to basically just to do whatever they want to do. But they want to do it in a way where they don't have to deal with people lying and manipulating and all that bullshit. And this is what we're trying to do by, getting the more and more of us are like, saying, enough of the bullshit, enough of the masks and the pretending. We don't want that shit. We want honesty, and we just want to be ourselves, and we want the freedom to do so. We want to be told the truth, and we want people to hold themselves accountable, to want better for themselves and for those around them, and all that. Yeah, it's a very neurodivergent thing. Like, so many of us struggle with the fact that some people find it so easy to lie and pretend to be what they're not, because the majority of neurodivergent people that I know are extremely truthful, like next level, like to the point, no filter. Like, why would I want to be anyone else than myself? Why would I pretend to be anyone other than I am? I don't understand why anyone would pretend or lie. I understand people go through their learning and their journey of learning about themselves and who they are. No one's perfect. I don't want anyone to be perfect, but I do want people to be as honest as they can with themselves and with each other. That I can deal with. But unfortunately, society's not like that. But that's the goal. Because when we are free enough to be ourselves and those around us, at that point there is an acceptance of you do what you want to do and you be who you are. And at that point we can all actually really start making decisions on like truthfully what we want to do and what the situation is around us, and we can really start learning to trust ourselves and each other, and that's when we can start moving forward. And I think that's when the sexy times really start, is when there's true trust, when you can actually relax and not even have to think whether you trust someone or not, that you just absolutely without a doubt know that you do, and your system can relax to the point that it opens up an entire new world, third eye world, crown world, because your body system, your hyper alert on alert body system can calm to the point because you feel safe in your surroundings. You've provided a safe place within yourself because you've learned to trust yourself in your self-sovereignty. And if you have a partner, another safe place around you that you can, that you absolutely trust, then it's next level. You're not in it alone. That's next level safety again. And then your system can open that little bit more and more, and you become more aware of your higher, your other energy body type thing, more of your energy body, because you're not having to protect yourself so much. The more you feel safe in your surroundings, and this is trust in your surroundings and the people around you, the more your energy, your consciousness can explore itself and higher self and gifts and become more you and in touch and blah 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 blah. This is what happens. That kind of all happens at once, and that's the importance of safety, self-sovereignty, self-trust, trust in the people around you, a safe place, safe relationships, you know, allowing our waters, our emotions to melt in that fire of true trust, you know, that frozen water within us, our frozen hearts to melt and steam and ignite our sacral chakras, our pleasure centers, and, you know, all light our fires and warm our waters and melt our frozen hearts. And, you know, that steam that melts our pineal gland crystals, and then it's just like next level freaking, you know, superhuman stuff. And it's amazing, and we do start glowing. And that's the power. That's the power of love and trust and self-sovereignty. Yeah. You know, it all works together. You know, all this stuff, it all really kind of works together, and it just happens. You know, like if you kind of just doing this within yourself and in your relationship, this is just kind of happening. All this magical stuff just automatically comes along with it, because that's what trust in self, opening your heart to love and feeling safe in another person's presence and trusting yourself. Like, this is when you literally are cracked open, like you melt and you kind of expand and evaporate, and more comes in, you become more, and yeah, it is all very watery and, you know, fire, water, steamy dream. And we got 49, radical change. On your own day, then there is truth and confidence from the source, creating success. Constancy bears fruit, regrets vanish. Time for transformation. Transformation. That word, transformer, transformation, transform. Informer. The song. Snow. Snow. Informer. Transformers. Prime. Transformation, transform. I've heard that word so many and seen it so many times over the last few days. It is fucking ridiculous. So transformation. Also, you know, like a butterfly transformation, but also a transformer as in electrical transformer. Transforming energy, transforming A transformer as in you're a conduit, and transforming, like receiving and transforming like messages and expressing it as your own radio station type thing, like electrical transformer, a transforming being, train spotting, transporting, transporting. Take what you will from it. In the moment of change, there is truth, sincerity, and a sure knowledge. The power of the whole unfolding creative process from source through to fruition and fulfillment can enter here and change the world. Regrets vanish along with the past to which they belong. The new time is coming. How can you break the mold? How must the form change to express the essence? Yeah, that's kind of like that's the transformation process of like going from caterpillar to butterfly. Like, okay, I'm a caterpillar, and I now realize that I'm a butterfly in caterpillar's clothing. How do I need to change my life in order to allow my wings to be released? Like, what steps do I have to, yeah, like what do I need to do in order to blow on my fire, to ignite it, in order to become full phoenix? Like, what do I need to do? What do I want to do? What are these steps, and how do I go about it? And yeah, and then taking the leap, because at that point there's literally no wrong move you can make. Like, at that point you are moving towards your magnet. As long as you make movement, the magnet is drawing you closer. That magnet of the true self-sovereign you, like your path, your true path. As soon as you make a choice to change, to become the butterfly, no matter what that choice is, it can't be wrong, because you are moving in the right direction. It's like a direction. It is not one tiny little path. It's like you just start making moves. It's like we think that we have to make the right one choice. Like, the path is like we have to know exactly where we're going, but really the angle of our path, it's like a 45-degree angle, like, at least. As long as we're making a choice, we're moving in the right direction. And as we keep making choices, our magnet is pulling us towards where we need to be. So there is no wrong choice. There is literally no wrong choice. And even just starting to make these decisions that we're moving kind of in the right direction, you very quickly realize that it all feels good, because it's all closer to the realer you. So whatever choice you make at that point feels good. There's no wrong choice, because you are closer to you. And each choice you make that you want to choose, it is closer to you. And each one, you just get closer and closer and closer. And it feels better and better and better. And it gets easier and easier and easier to make those choices that you've previously found so hard to make. And this is the fucking magic. And this is when you really start fucking all the puzzle pieces kind of go into place. Like, fuck, they were all right. All you have to do is choose you. Like, what do you want to do? And each one of those choices is like, I mean, you can have 10 things you want to do. As long as you do one, you are closer. And it's like, fuck yeah. And then you choose another and you're fucking there. Like literally at that point, it's a freaking snowball down the hill. It's that first move that starts the snowball. And to be honest, you can't really stop it at that point, because it feels so good to make the choice for you and choose your path, your life, that one choice. And it can be so small, but it starts to snowball. And then no matter what, you've got the entire mountain, but it's your mountain that you're rolling down. No matter where you go on that mountain, it's fucking your mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. Anyway, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter which, slope you choose. You just need to push yourself, start skiing type thing. Start rolling, start skiing, and wing it. And it's the best thing like ever, because that you are now on your path. Yeah. You're making decisions for you at that point. And they can be the smallest little decisions. But just, keep making them little ones until that snowball starts rolling. And then it just, it gets bigger and bigger and faster, and, easier and easier to keep getting closer to that magnet. Like, imagine that snowball, it's like becoming a big metal ball, and it's being not just rolling down the mountain. It's like a big steel ball which is being pulled by the U magnet of where you want to be. So you don't need to worry where that is and how you get there, because wherever it is drawing on your snowball metal ball. It is drawing on you. It is pulling you. You don't have to fucking think about it. It is a freaking natural freaking fact that snowball metal ball is literally, it's like a heat-seeking missile. Your higher self magnet is pulling that freaking snowball towards it. So you don't have to worry about it, too much. You don't have to stress about it, because that snowball belongs in the magnet and it's attracted to it.